Okay, students. Today topic is the combined focal length. Combined focal length. How to derive the formula for the combined focal length? Combined focal length. When we combine the two or three lenses, then how to find out the total focal length? Awaaz and writing, everything is clear now? Okay, right. Combined focal length. Then for the purpose, let us consider these are the two lenses. This is the first lens and this is the second lens. And they have the focal length f1 and f2. And this is the principal axis. We will take this as one object O. From the object, the light ray will starts. From the object, the light ray will starts. That will incident on the first lens. For example, due to the first lens, the image will be forms at somewhere. This is the considered as the image forms due to the first lens. This is the image that we can consider as the I1. The object distance I am considering as the U. And the image forms by the first lens, that image distance we can consider as the V1. And the image forms by the first lens will act like object for the second lens. Then the second lens forms the image. For example, the final image forms by the second lens we can consider as the I. This is the final image. The final image distance we can consider as the V. Okay, look at here very carefully. I1 is the image forms by the first lens. I is the image forms by the second lens. If these two lenses combinedly act as one lens, that lens has the focal length f. Then for this object is O. Object is O. And it forms the image. And it forms the image that is I. It forms the image that is I. And object distance is U. And the image distance is V. Okay, right. You see, these two lenses combinedly act as one lens and forms the image I. That means O is the object and I is the final image. What is I1? I1 is the image formed by the first lens. Actually, what happened? There are two lenses we are using, and O is the act as object for the first lens. The first lens will form some image, that is I1, and that I1 will act as object for the second lens. Then second lens forms the final image, that is I. Okay, right. Let us see. In case of first lens, right? First lens, thin lens formula is what? फर्स्ट लेंस के लिए ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है? फर्स्ट लेंस के लिए ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है? फर्स्ट लेंस के लिए ऑब्जेक्ट O, राइट? एंड इट्स डिस्टेंस इज U. ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस इज U. ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस इज U. एंड फर्स्ट लेंस के लिए इमेज क्या है? फर्स्ट लेंस के लिए इमेज I1 है, राइट? मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस होगा U, ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस होगा U, इमेज डिस्टेंस होगा V1, राइट? एंड फर्स्ट लेंस का फोकल लेंथ व्हाट? F1. देखो, फर्स्ट लेंस का इमेज I1 है, इमेज का डिस्टेंस V1 है, ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस U है, फर्स्ट लेंस का फोकल लेंथ F1 है. Then according to thin lens formula, what you know thin lens formula? That is, we know as 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Right, 1 by f is now f1 first length focal length. 1 by v is the v1 now. Okay, v1, I1 is the image for the first lens. That's why the image distance is v1 minus 1 by u is the object distance. This we can consider as the e1. We applied the thin lens formula for the first lens. Similarly, we will apply the thin lens formula for the second lens. If we apply the thin lens formula for the second lens, then how we will get? For the second lens, which is object? What is object? For the second lens, I1 is the object. The image formed by the first lens will act as object for the second lens. First lens क्या image form करेगा? ये वाला second lens के लिए object तरीके act करेगा. I1 is the object for the first. I1 is the object for the second lens, and it forms the image that is final image. The final image is I. Right, then let us see the write the conditions. Object distance is what? V1. I1 distance only object distance, and image distance is what? Image distance is V. You see the picture once. I will go down. I1 is object distance is now V1. I is the image, then image distance is V. Clear? Then what we write here? Object distance is V1 and image distance is V. What is the focal length of the second lens? F2. Then we will use the thin lens formula for the second lens. Then according to thin lens formula, we will get like this. That is 1 by F2. F is F2 is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. Right? 1 by V minus 1 by U. V is now V only, minus 1 by U is V1. This also we are writing from the basic formula, that is 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. This is equation 2. Now we can add both the equations because the combination gives the result. We are combining the first lens and second lens. That's why we should add both of them. Left sides you can add 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. Right sides also we can add 1 by v1 minus 1 by u plus 1 by v minus 1 by v1. In this, 1 by v1 will cancel. This is 1 by v1 and minus 1 by v1. Finally, we are getting one equation, that is what you are getting, tell me? 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 we will get as 1 by v minus 1 by u we will get. Right, what is 1 by v minus 1 by u? If for example you see this diagram, right? Okay, these two lenses will act as one lens. That one lens has the focal length f. This is said to be combined focal length or the effective focal length. Combined focal length. Two lenses will act as one lens, and there one lens has the focal length f. A two lenses, these two lenses, for these two lenses object is O, and final image is these two lenses combinedly forming the final image I. Right, for our eyes I1 never appears, only I will appears. Okay, final image only appears. Then I is the final image. Then for this what we can write the equation. If you want to write the thin lens formula for the combined lens, then what we write? 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u we write. Is it correct? Yes or no? Then that means here in place of 1 by v minus 1 by u we write 1 by f, because this is the combined focal length f and O is the object for that lens, and final image is I, and object distance is u, and the image distance is v. Then here we write 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 is equal to, we write as 1 by f. Right, 1 by v minus 1 by u I am writing as 1 by f for this. Yes, what is f here? F is the combined focal length. Okay, f is the combined focal length. Combined focal length. or it's also called as what? Effective focal length. Effective focal length. Then if you want to use this formula to find out the total focal length, simply total focal length, right? We write it like this: 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. If more than two lenses are there, then what we write, right? If more than two lenses are combined, the formula will changes like this. Okay, we are using the lenses, for example, f1, f2, f3, and so on. Then what is the total focal length? This is the first lens, second lens, third lens, fourth lens, like this without gap. We are keeping the lenses, right? And then at that moment, what is the total focal length? Just it was very simple, right? Just we have to add their reciprocals, we will to get the total focal length, right? That is the formula will changes like this: 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 plus 1 by f3 plus, and so on we have to write. That's all. Then if you want the power, combined power, right? The first lens has the power p1 and the second lens has the power p2. Then power of lens, what is the power of lens? Power of a lens. Power of lens means it is the reciprocal of focal length. Right, the reciprocal of focal length. The reciprocal of focal length is called as power of lens. Power of lens. Then the power formula is P is equal to 1 by F. But there is a condition is there that F must be in the meters. F must be in the meters. This मतलब क्या है ये वाला इसका? Focal length in meters. Focal length in meters. You will get the uh, unit. What is the unit of this one? Diopter. Diopter is the unit. Okay, right. If you want the combined power, then what we will do it here? If we have the two lenses, right? If we have the two lenses, they have the powers P1 and P2 that are combined. Then at that moment, effective power. We write like this. Very simple, right? Effective power is equal to, we write as P1 plus P2. If more than two lenses are there, right, we use P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus, and so on we have to write. Okay, P1 comma P2 comma P3 are the powers of individual lenses. P is the effective power, right? P1 comma P2 and so on are the powers of powers of individual lenses, and P is the total power, matlab effective power. Okay, right. This is about combined power and combined focal length. How to find out the combined focal length and combined power? Okay, and not only combined focal length, we also derived the formula for the combined power. Okay, combined power. If we combine the two or more lenses, then they have the individual powers P1 and P2, and the combined power is P1 plus P2. And let us see some note important point I am going to give, right? Yeah. आज ज्यादा डिलीट नहीं किया, खाली रिफ्लेक्शन टॉपिक डिलीटेड है बस। नहीं नहीं नहीं, डिलीटेड नहीं है। कौन बोला हुआ? मैंने सिलेबस आप लोग को अभी व्हाट्सएप करेंगे, ठीक है? हाँ, सिलेबस व्हाट्सएप करेंगे, डिलीट नहीं हुआ। टेलीस्कोप माइक्रोस्कोप है सिलेबस में। कैन आई कंटिन्यू? अटेंडेंस आप लोग टाइप किया है ना? You write in chat box your roll number, that's all. I will note. Chalo. We have the formula for the combined focal length. That is 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. And the combined power formula P is equal to P1 plus P2. Okay. We should use sign convention rules while applying above formulas. We should use sign convention rules while applying above formulas. मतलब क्या है, प्रॉब्लम में सॉल्व कर रहा है इफेक्टिव पावर फाइंड आउट करने के लिए, इफेक्टिव फोकल लेंथ फाइंड आउट करने के लिए, उस समय में आप लोग क्या यूज करना है? साइन कन्वेंशन रूल्स अप्लाई करना है। वी शुड यूज साइन कन्वेंशन रूल्स while applying above formulas. What are the sign convention rules? In case of convex lens, what we have to do? In case of convex lens, focal length and power both are positive. Okay, focal length positive and the power also positive you should use. In case of concave lens, you should use focal length negative and the power also negative. Simply just they gave like this. For example, a convex lens of focal length plus 2 diopters, sorry, a convex lens of focal length to 20 centimeters and a concave lens of focal length 10 centimeters are combined. Find the effective power, focal length or effective power they will ask. At that moment क्या करना होगा? कॉन्वेक्स लेंस का फोकल लेंथ दिया इसलिए +20 लेना है, कॉनकेव का दिया -10 लेना है. Then they are asking to find out the effective focal length and effective power also. Then you can use the formula for this and this one. Okay, right? Effective focal length आएगा तो effective power आएगा, because effective power equal to reciprocal of effective focal length, right? ये फार्मूला में अप्लाई करने के समय में आप लोग प्लस माइनस लेना होगा जरूर, नहीं तो गलत हो जाएगा। प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के समय में प्लस माइनस देख के करना होता है। चलो ठीक है। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट सेकंड पॉइंट इज दैट it's not there in the textbook, but you note it, just effective focal length or effective power. दो लेंसेज के बीच में गैप होते तो क्या कंडीशन है? If two lenses have some gap, then what is the formula? Is the first lens has the focal length, is the first lens has the focal length f1, This is the second lens has the focal length f2, and they are separated by d distance. Then what is the total focal length? If total focal length मतलब क्या है? दो lenses एक लेंस तरीका दो लेंसेस एक लेंस तरीका एक्ट करेगा तो क्या effective focal length और effective focal length और effective power लिखा effective focal length, right? If two lenses have certain gap, right, there is some separation between the two lenses, there is a d separation. At that moment, what is the formula for the effective focal length? The formula is 1 by f is equal 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d by f1 f2. इसका डेरिवेशन का जरूरत नहीं है, it's not in your syllabus, but नोट करिए बस. then effective power formula लिखते तो p1 plus p2 minus d p1 p2. d क्या है? separation between the two lenses. d जीरो होते तो फिर सेम पुराना फार्मूला आएगा, दोनों बीच में गैप नहीं हो तो डी जीरो होगा, डी जीरो हो तो फिर ओरिजिनल फार्मूला आएगा. अंडरस्टूड? ओके, राइट. आई एम गोइंग टू erase everything, right? I will start the next topic. नेक्स्ट पीरियड व्हाट? सोनी सर का कितना टाइम में? 9:40 और 9:50? 9:40. ओके. नेक्स्ट प्रिज्म टॉपिक स्टार्ट करना होगा. तो 10 मिनट में खत्म होगा नहीं होगा पता नहीं.